What's up, nerds? My name's Cory Bergeron, and you are watching Cory Bergeron Recordings. And I've been giving this whole YouTube thing a lot of thought. There are a lot of topics I would like to talk about, but I don't know how to structure them into like a typical YouTube video. So my solution for this is that I want to create maybe a weekly video series where I upload whatever's been on my mind and put it out under this name, Create More with Cory. Okay, so this is Create More with Cory, episode number 1, and let's see what happens. So I spend a lot of time with artists, and I like to pick their brains and see what their goals are and see how they plan to achieve them. And usually this turns into a conversation that lasts several hours, and it ends with me telling them what I think they should be doing to maximize their chance of success. And sometimes they take action, and it's really rewarding and beautiful to see that. But most of the time, nothing comes of it, and the artist stays in the same spot. And nothing pains me more than seeing someone that has a lot of potential to do something, get in their own way, not be able to achieve what it is that they want to do, give up, and then turn sour and jaded towards it. And yeah, I don't like seeing that. So that's kind of what this video is about. I'm sure it's gonna have a title like why every artist should have a YouTube channel or something like that. Anyways, let me give you a little backstory on myself. So about 2 years ago, roughly, before I started this channel, I was running a commercial recording studio, producing records, as well as I played in a touring band. And by most people's standards, or at least the people I was surrounded by, I was living the dream. And for a long time, I felt like I was. I put a lot of hard work and dedication and really prioritized both those things to make that happen. And then I eventually found myself at the point where I wasn't as motivated to do what it is that I was doing, and it left me feeling ungrateful, right? Like I have all these opportunities, all these things that I worked for to make happen, and I'm still unsatisfied. I had to kind of take a step back and analyze, why am I doing the things that I'm doing, and what is it that I want to be doing? And it made me realize that I love connecting with people, and I love creating. Making records achieves that, and playing in a band achieves that, both in their respective ways. So some time passes, and then my band decides that we're going to take a break. And at this point, I did not know if my band was ever going to play a show again. So my focus turned just to producing and recording bands. And I was trying to picture the next couple years, and I'm like, okay, what would an ideal year look like? Okay, let's say I recorded 12 records in a year, like one a month kind of thing. That's manageable. That means that if each band consisted of 5 people, that means I'd be serving 60 people a year. And I just felt like I could be doing so much more than that. So that's where my brain started thinking like, okay, how do I connect with more people and create more things, okay? When you work on a record, there's a lot that goes into it. And imagine if I could take that experience and share it to whoever's willing to watch. What if I could take that experience and share it to the band's fans? What if I could generate my own audience sharing these things, that when a band works with me, there's more value because of it, because I can share them to another audience. So that's kind of where me starting a YouTube channel started. And then eventually I gained the courage and I made my first video, and there was a fairly positive reaction to it. And then I made another, and then slowly I got into the YouTube game. So here we are 50 plus videos later, and I feel like this journey has been completely worth it. I feel like I have control. I feel like I have creative freedom. I feel like I'm connecting with people on a unique and real level. And I feel like it complements the other 2 things that I do, which are play in a band and produce records. It kind of ties the whole thing together. I think one of the coolest things about this YouTube channel is I know that I've like encouraged and inspired people that are close to me to start their own YouTube channels or journeys and just start doing more with the purpose of sharing, connecting with people, and hopefully getting you closer to where you want to be and achieving the goals that you have. Okay, so that's a little backstory on me. So let's jump into why I think it's a good idea for artists to have a YouTube channel. I play in a band and I record records. So those are things I do with other people. I have complete control over my YouTube channel, okay? Let's say my band breaks up tomorrow, I still have my YouTube channel. Let's say for whatever reason I stop recording music, I still have my YouTube channel. It is something that I have complete control over. I think of an idea, I execute the idea, I upload it, and no one is there to tell me what to do. Obviously, I'll ask for people's opinions and collaborate with other people, but for the most part, it's something that's mine. I think as an artist, it's common to not have a lot of control or have a lot of things be outside of what you can control, right? You want to get on that big gig and open for, such and such band. Well, they have to want you to open that gig, so you have to rely on them. If you want to get on that tour, the same thing. If you want that manager to work with you and that guy's able to pull the strings to get you to the next step, well, he's got to be invested. So that is outside of your control. There's only so much you can do to manipulate that. Having a YouTube channel is completely yours, and you have complete control. My second point is creative freedom, which kind of touches on the first point. You can make whatever you want. But also, I think something that is extremely undervalued is when you're doing anything creatively, if you only have one thing to work on, if you run into a roadblock, it can be like, it can ruin your day. Like, let's say I'm working on a song and I can't get past a certain part. I'm stuck. At that point, I'm stuck. I can't do anything productive to get past that. I need to take time away from it and then come back to it another day and hope that I can get somewhere. Having multiple creative outlets on the go that utilize different skills makes it so you can stay creative, always sharpening your skill set because you're doing different things, and it just keeps you productive. If I run into a roadblock working on a song, I can make a YouTube video. If I have spent a long day mixing and my brain is mush, I can make a YouTube video. Another note on the creative freedom topic, and it's more of a personal thing, but I feel like you start to learn a little bit about who you are when you start broadcasting your ideas, because you have to be able to defend them. It's really a remarkable experience when you connect with someone and you're able to provide value, whether it's entertainment or actually sharing some sort of skill or just sharing an experience. On the last tour that my band played, when we played London, Ontario, there was 2 people that came up from Detroit to see the band play because they stumbled upon my Lock It Out of Sight in the mix video. And after we finished playing, I went to the bar to grab some water. There was a guy there and he was like, "Hey, I'm a huge fan of your YouTube videos." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And he was like, "Yeah, man, the way, after watching that in the mix video, it changed the way that we record, and our recordings have gotten so much better in a week." You can see that in a YouTube comment and it feels good, but when you see that in person and you realize that you've actually connected with someone, it's like a pretty special thing. Okay, so point number 3, and I think this one is going to be the one that really resonates with people, is that creating content is just an effective way to build an audience because you're able to share more consistently. People have stuff to latch onto and to really get to feel like they know you and you can connect with them. Picture this, typical band. You're a band, you make and release music, you play some shows, and then some time passes. Okay? You're still not rock stars. So you make some more music, you play some shows, and some time passes. You're still not rock stars. So you make some more music, you play some shows, and you're still not rock stars. And then you realize you have real life responsibilities, and eventually the band has to break up because of whatever the reason is, okay? In the course of 6 years, a band might have 3 releases, 4 releases. That is not a lot of opportunities to succeed. Now picture this. In that same timeline, if you had 2, 3, 4 of the members in that band all out there with their own individual YouTube channels sharing what it is that they love. It can be music related, it can be talking about video games, it can be talking about anime, it can be talking about, I don't know, the social political climate. Let's say everyone is out there broadcasting what it is that they like, and in turn always kind of plugging their music or whatever it is that they're doing. If you have one video that does well, that benefits all of the other videos that you do, and that drives traffic to your band. For every member that you have in your band, making individual videos and sharing more of who they are, you're basically making a trail for people to stumble on that video and then find their way to the music, and you are creating an audience. Now, if I were to go back, let's say 3 years ago, 3 years ago when I was on Warped Tour, if someone were to say, "Hey, you should vlog that whole thing," I wouldn't have had the courage to do it because I would be looking up to all the other bigger bands and say, "Oh, they don't do it, and if I do it, they're gonna make fun of me." So I wouldn't have, I didn't have the courage to do it then. But now, after making 50 plus YouTube videos, I have no issue being me. I enjoy doing the vlogs on the tour with my band, and I know they're beneficial to the band. And I've had multiple conversations with other people that play in bands and they want to do it, but they just need a little bit of a push to do it. So here's your push. You should do it. Anyways, so the point 1 is when you have a YouTube channel, when you're creating content, you have control. It's yours. It's something that is completely yours. Second point is that you have creative freedom. So you can make whatever you want with whoever you want, however you want it. And it's just another extension of you as a creative individual. And number 3, which benefits everything that you do, it's an effective way to build an audience. So if you were an artist, I think you should put some thought into making your first YouTube video, or at least just creating more. I'm only scratching the surface here. I could make this video like an hour long and talk about all the things that I think you could do, all the collaboration potential, how you can work on maybe different music outside of the stuff that you work on with your band. Again, stuff that keeps you refreshed, stuff that keeps you motivated, keeps you productive, and keeps you growing. And that's that. So that's what's been on my mind today, and I figured I would capture it in a video, and that is the first episode of Create More with Corey. If you like it, let me know in the comment section down below. Challenge me on anything. If you have an extension of any of the ideas, or if you don't agree with anything I'm saying, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.